Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. For those that don't know who I am, I'm David Pomfret, Principal at the College of West Anglia. If you'd spotted that I'm wearing two badges, that's because I'm delighted to be hosting this year's event here at the King's Lynn Academy, because the other badge that I'm also proudly wearing is as Chair of Governors of King's Lynn Academy, and I'm sure many of you are aware the college took over lead sponsorship of the Academy that opened just over a year ago. And we're delighted to be in that role. First of all, though, a huge welcome to the Enterprise Challenge 2011-12. I'd like to give a particular warm welcome to my fellow panel members down at the front. They've got their backs to you at the moment. That's just to sort of set the scene, make it just feel a little bit edgy and scary. And I perhaps shouldn't call them panel members, but should introduce them maybe as fellow dragons for today's challenge. They're going to be listening to your pitches this afternoon, and I'm sure we'll have some questions for you. Just to introduce them for you, it's Brian Siller and Hayley Beckles, both from our sponsors, Morston Assets, and I'm delighted that I'm joined by a couple of my colleagues, Isabel Robinson and Claire Scarf, and I think Neville Essex is going to be joining us at the front in a moment from the Academy. Now, in a short while, of course, we're going to hear your pitches. There'll be short pitches from each of our teams. There are 17 teams pitching this afternoon with their business ideas. They're from our extended Level 3 Diploma in Business Studies, and we're also delighted that our foundation studies, some of our foundation studies are also part of one of those teams this year too. Now, each of the teams have been shaping and developing their business proposals over the last few weeks, and we're going to hear a bit about your views in a moment. Just like to say how grateful I am as ever to Morston Assets and Norfolk Charitable Trust for sponsoring this event. They've very generously contributed some start-up funding, £100 for each of our businesses, and in a moment I'm going to invite Brian to say a few words on behalf of our sponsors, and I'm sure he'll say a bit more about the competition and perhaps a bit about what's dangled at the end in terms of an ultimate winning prize for our most successful enterprise team. You may not know it, but I am extremely passionate about this event. I've been privileged to be the principal of the College of West Anglia for just over 4 years, and every year I've made this a key date in my diary to get involved in supporting the Enterprise Challenge. I really believe it's a fantastic opportunity for our students. If you're on a business course, what better way of learning about business than to have a go? And I think the real-life practical opportunities that this particular challenge presents covers quite a number of units on your course: HR, sales and marketing, a range of wider business units. But I think importantly, it also helps you to develop some of the skills that are going to be critical in your work in business: team working, analysis, decision making, delegation, time management, creativity, risk management, and of course the bit that I'm probably failing at right now, presentation skills too. So I think a wide range of skills are going to get shaped and developed just through the Enterprise Challenge itself. The other thing that I think is really key, I work in the public sector. It is a big employer locally and nationally, but there are major cuts in funding going into the public sector, and it's absolutely critical that we develop future entrepreneurs. The creation of new business is going to be massively important in terms of future development of the economy, locally as well as nationally. And I think this initiative will start to inspire some of you to think that next steps after continuing your studies might be about genuine new business opportunities rather than simply working for an existing employer. One of the specialisms here at the Academy is business and enterprise, and I think it's great that working in partnership with the Academy we're able to host it here this year. And I'd just like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Academy on its success in the first year. Massive improvement in opportunities for young people and a doubling of success rates for students at Key Stage 4 here at age 16 that have achieved 5 A-star to C, including English and Maths this year. Fantastic start, well done. Finally then, before I introduce Brian to say a few words, just to say I applaud Isabel Robinson for creating this opportunity within the Business Studies course. Thanks, Isabel. And my appreciation to Brian and colleagues at Morston Assets too. Without our Morston Assets sponsorship and Isabel's innovation around this initiative, it simply wouldn't have been possible. I'd also like to thank our Beacon Award-winning Springboard TV team who are here with us today filming and capturing today's event. My thanks to them. And finally, before you pitch, and I know you'll be nervous, but don't be. I didn't really mean to scare you by the dragon's bit at the front. We will be incredibly supportive, if a bit challenging too, but huge best wishes to all of our teams today. Wish you the very best. And I'd now like to hand over to Brian Siller, who's representing our sponsor, just to say a few words about this year's event. Thank you, Brian.
Okay, good afternoon to everybody. Welcome to King's Lynn Academy. And thank you to David Pomfret for his introduction. This is the second year of the challenge with which I've been involved. And I have to say that I was very impressed with last year's cohort. I was very impressed with a lot of the business ideas. I was very, very impressed with the work that went into a number of those businesses. And as we look forward to the pictures that you guys are going to make this afternoon, I just want to say that last year we had a really diverse set of businesses, and I'm looking forward to seeing just what the range is that we're going to see this year. As David said, in order for you guys to start up and be genuinely running your enterprises through the year, we at Morston Assets are pleased to be able to give you this small amount of startup capital for each of the businesses. And it was great to see just how far people made that money go last year. This year we want to add something to the process, so we've been talking to Isabel, still got details to confirm and dates to confirm, but we want to try and hopefully bring to you some more external expertise and advice so that you can run your businesses as well as you can through the year, and then hopefully take some of those business ideas on beyond your courses of study. As far as this year is concerned though, I look forward to these pictures, and then if we parallel last year, we had a kind of a mid-year review as well as some other visits through the year, followed by a grand finale towards the end of the academic year. And last year we were very hard put to decide who the winning team should be, because whilst we had some teams kind of a little bit run out of steam through the year, we had others who were picking up momentum towards the back end of the year. And eventually though we did get to our decision and were able to make the award. And just lest anyone forget, the same award is up for grabs this year, which is that the winning business will be awarded the sum of £5,000 in the form of an investment into their business. So it's not to buy a new car with, but it is to plough back into the business and take it further. So I don't want to hold you up any longer, because I know that you'll perhaps be slightly nervous of making the pictures. So all I can say to you is good luck, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got to say. Thanks.